Hey guys, welcome back. Willie Creeman here, again hitting on the NFC North. I'm going to cover Green Bay this time, who finished second in the division with a record of 9-8. Now I think that record's a little bit deceiving, right? Like this team started out 3-6, but they finished 6-2 down the stretch, and were on absolute fire to end the season. They beat the D out of Dallas in the playoffs, and they almost fucked around and beat San Francisco too. This team is just eerily reminiscent of the Jaguars of the season prior when they beat the Chargers. Like you can just feel like this team is building, and they got all the confidence that they need to come into this season. I just hope they don't stink it up like Jacksonville did last year, right? But you could tell these young guys on offense really gelled around Love. You bring in Jaden Reed, he was an awesome pick for them, super dynamic. I had him in fantasy, but it was just awesome watching this guy play. He reminded me of like a better Debo Samuel, and no respect to Debo, disrespect to Debo, but I really think that Jaden Reed is just a great playmaker in multiple different ways. Luke Musgrave, he was a playmaker too before he got kind of banged up there. In terms of Christian Watson, listen, I'm just out on this dude, right? I just do not think he's even the same caliber as a number one wide receiver as you look across the league. I know some guys still want him to be that, but I just don't think that he is that dude. They let Aaron Jones walk in free agency, but they bring in Josh Jacobs, who is just a tough dude. Like this guy's going to play through injury, he'll play hurt, but you're going to get a stud at running back, which I think is awesome for this team. The defense was really bad, and they needed some serious help through free agency in the draft, and I definitely think they got that. They bring in Xavier McKinney from New York, and I just think they've had a history of not investing in safety in the last couple of years, but McKinney is that dude, and I really think he's going to bring a nice attitude to this defense that it hasn't had for a couple years now. Not to mention Jordan Love is just a guy, right? Like he's going to be around for many years and be competitive in this division. He's going to create problems for a lot of teams. The biggest free agency addition, I think, is just Xavier McKinney, right? Like what he provides to the defense. I think it also needs to be said, Josh Jacobs as well, what he's going to bring in terms of an attitude to the offense and the way they run the ball, because I definitely think he's going to provide a lot of juice to this offense. The worst free agent addition has to be Greg Joseph, and this is just nothing against him, but it's a position they should never have to account for. You know the guy in Las Vegas, Carlson, that's booted long field goals, and he's a two-time All-Pro and all of that. Well, he was drafted by Minnesota in 2018, and then they cut him after 2 games. Yeah, I'm bagging you for this past luggage, and it stinks real bad. Now, they did the unpopular thing and they grabbed Jordan Morgan in the draft, and I know a lot of fans were booing over that, but listen, like with Bakhtiari gone, you need a left tackle, and Jordan Morgan's going to be that guy that's going to step in and be able to give you that for the next 10 years at least, and you'll be thankful for that when it comes around next time. But my favorite pick for them was Javon Bullard, the safety out of Georgia. This dude is just awesome, and pairing him with McKinney, you just made your defensive backfield that much better. Like you're going to have guys with attitude that are not afraid to hit and play the game the way it's supposed to be played. There's very few guys that still do that. These two love to hit. And I think it's going to be awesome what they're able to do this year on defense because of having playmakers like that. I'm just really excited to see this team compete in this division. I think they're awesome, and I'm really excited to see how they finish this year.